the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hello and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. My name is Michelle and I run the Royal Daily Tea. Welcome to all of the brand new subscribers. I have over 2,000 brand new subscribers over the past few months. So hello and welcome. We have a lot of fun here. We have a very nice community of people. And at the end of this video, I'm going to do something called the RDT Family Extras. I normally include this in all my videos, but the last couple of videos have been so long that I have left it out. But I have some exciting and fun things to share with you, so I hope that you will stick around for the end of the video. But now, sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So what really chaps my hide is when I hear people say to me, well, the royal family is so evil and so toxic and so racist and they're just so mean to Megsy and Harry. I'm so glad that they escaped the royal family and they walked away for their freedom. And I just sit there and go, really? Seriously? Because what people don't understand is how much special treatment and special allowances were literally rolled out for Meghan personally by Her Majesty the Queen. The Queen actually broke her own dating rule that she had applied to other members of the royal family. In my opinion, she made special allowances to Meghan and Harry for several reasons, but unfortunately, this was one of her biggest mistakes, in my opinion. Now, after Her Majesty the Queen witnessed 3 of her children have the most disastrous marriages and embarrassing divorces, she put into effect a little protocol that anyone who wanted to marry would have to date for at least 6 to 7 years before she would approve them getting married, because she wanted to make sure that whoever comes into the royal family realizes how important it is to be a part of the royal family, all of the pressures, the protocols, and the life of service, that this is not for anyone looking to be a famous actress. This is for real people who understand that the country and the duty come before yourself. Your self-serving wannabe actresses, that's not really the person who needs to marry into the royal family, because to be a royal is to be of life of service. Her Majesty has dedicated her whole life to serving the people of the UK and the Commonwealth. So she wanted to make sure that the right people married into the royal family and the people who married into the royal family understood the protocols and the life of service. So the very first person, Prince Edward, him and Sophie dated from 1992 and married in 1999. They were one of the first ones who did that 7-year rule. And look, they have a very happy and successful marriage. You even have Charles and Camilla. After he was divorced in 1996, they waited until 2005 to get married. Camilla had to wait 9 years to be able to marry her man, and they've been together for 17 years? Again, another happy union. William and Kate, they dated for over 8 years before they finally got engaged in 2011. And they've been married for 11 years and have 3 beautiful children. And they also have a very happy and successful marriage. Now, I'm not saying they are perfectly married. Everyone has their moments. But if you look at them, they look like a very strong and supportive family unit. And they've been together for 20 years. When Kate was dating William, they were out partying, having fun. You saw pictures of them in the back of the limousine, going in and out of nightclubs. And I think it was really a good choice for William and Catherine to wait until they were 29 to get married, because they spent their 20s having a good time because William knew, once I'm married for life, and I'm going to be the future king, and my life is going to be a life of duty and service. These nightclub weekends aren't going to be happening anymore. And him and Catherine, they had their youth, they sold their wild oats, but if you look at them now, 11 years of perfect service, 3 beautiful children, and they're definitely going to be stepping up more and more as the years go by. And I think they made the right choice. Now, when it comes to Harry and Meghan, in my personal opinion, Her Majesty made a huge mistake. She kind of let her personal feelings in the way of logical thought. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I believe Her Majesty the Queen has become a little soft when it comes to some of her family relations because she wants things to go well for her family. So when it came to Harry, she's always had a very soft spot for Harry. And I know that her husband Philip was also very fond of him. And in my personal opinion, she knew quite a few things that were going on, and so that is why she agreed to let Harry and Meghan marry after only a year and 5 months of dating. You have to remember, Meghan was living in Canada for most of their dating relationship, and she was traveling between Canada and the UK. Now, I can't tell you the exact times and weeks and months, but she was not with him full time. She was the weekend girlfriend who came over and cooked him a roast chicken, and they had a nice time, and she was just so sweet and charitable. So she kind of hoodwinked him and everyone into thinking she was a certain type of person. But it wasn't until she got engaged and got that ring on her finger and she moved over to the UK that Megsy went to sleep and woke up with Corilla DeVille. You know, the bridezilla has arrived. And that's when all the problems started happening, was shortly after their engagement, when all the drama happened, you know, with her family. But Her Majesty had made a lot of special allowances to even allow Harry and Meghan to marry. Again, she had implemented that 6 to 7 year rule that everyone else had to follow. And then here comes Harry and Meghan, and she's like, oh, approved. You want to get married? Okay, approved. Anything else you want? Approved. Now, in my opinion, she made the special allowances based on a few things. One, her husband, Prince Philip, was definitely in ill health, and he was in advanced years of age. He was probably around the age of 95. She herself was 92, and they probably wanted to be around to see Harry get married. And, you know, Harry had been very depressed and wild for a while. They were happy he finally found someone. Now, the person he found was a 36-year-old woman, a divorced actress from America. Again, that doesn't sound like a great choice, but they were making special allowances. They had met Meghan. They thought she was lovely. But I guarantee you, in my opinion, that Harry and Meghan were laying it on really thick. Hey, Granny, can you let us get married? Because, you know, Meghan is 36 and she really wants to have a baby. We want to start a family because we're just so happy and we just want to dive right into a life of service and get right into the royal fold. What do you say, Granny? Can we do it? Can you say yes? Meghan would not have waited until 2023 to marry Harry because Meghan wanted to get pregnant ASAP. She needed that ring on her finger, and she got pregnant like 2 months after they got married, okay? This woman needed to have her insurance policy, okay, and her alimony secured, all right? So she needed to get married and get those kids out quickly. I hate to say that, but it's true. She was 36 years when they got married, okay? Takes a year to make a baby. So what I'm saying is they were under the time crunch. And if Her Majesty would have said, no, Harry, you have to follow the royal protocol and you have to wait at least 6 years. If you do the math, they got engaged in 2017. After only a year and a half, they got married in 2018. They've only been married for 4 years. So technically they would be getting married in 2023. This whole fiasco of Harry and Meghan, the Oprah Winfrey interview, none of this would have happened, guys. This literally could have never happened. He could have married another woman. So he didn't really know her, and he had never met any of her family, which was, again, another mistake. So if you just think about it, it's like if we could just go back in time, if someone can get the DeLorean from, Marty McFly, we can go back to the future to 2017 and tell Her Majesty, no, don't do it. Don't allow this wedding to happen. Think of everything that has happened in just the 2 years since Megxit. What a disaster that has been for the royal family and for Harry. Complete disaster. He married the wrong woman. I'm sorry. In my opinion, she was a bad choice. She was the type of woman that Her Majesty was trying to avoid. And she broke her own rule and it blew up in her face. She married a woman who wants to be an actress. She married a woman who wants to be famous. And that's the type of person who should not ever marry into a royal family. Because a royal family is not about fame and fortune and about putting yourself first. That is the type of person that should not marry into the royal family. Unless you're going to give it all up, which Meghan lied and said that she was going to, but she never gave up her agency, and she was booking work a solid year before Megxit. They were already making those deals with, David Furnish for Pearl a year before Megxit. She was wheeling and dealing the entire time she was there. She never planned to be a duchess. She was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm an actress. I'm going to play the part of a duchess, but I'm not actually going to do the part of a duchess. I think y'all got that twisted, okay? Y'all need to fix that because I'm an actress. I'm not going to be a civil servant in a tiara. So I don't know what you told Granny, but you need to fix that, okay? Because she was never in it to be a royal. At one point, I believed her, but I don't now. This whole thing was a lie. She had an ulterior motive the entire time. She hoodwinked the royal family and Harry. I have a whole video on it, how she hoodwinked Harry. Because again, they were only together for a year and 5 months. Half the time they were dating long distance. She was the weekend girlfriend. He didn't even know her family, didn't even meet her father, and got engaged to her. Like, why did they not do a thorough background check? I still don't understand it to this day. And then to top it off, if that wasn't enough of special treatment that Her Majesty broke her own dating rule, oh, no, the special treatment doesn't end there. After Meghan was engaged, the Queen allowed her and Doria to have Christmas with them at Sandringham, which was never extended to Catherine. For the 8 years that she dated William, she never once was allowed to go there until she was married. But they allowed Meghan and Doria to attend. Again, second special privilege. Third special privilege, I don't know, the future King of England walking you down the aisle. You know that whole fiasco when her father, I'm going to go to the wedding, I'm not going to go to the wedding, okay, I'm not coming to the wedding. That whole thing that blew up in her face and made them look ridiculous. Charles walked her down the aisle. The future King of England, of a racist family, is going to walk their biracial daughter-in-law down the aisle. Again, special treatment. The other special treatment, in my opinion, they overcompensated for Meghan. They also gave her special Duchess training, the same that they gave to Kate, but Her Majesty the Queen specifically gave her aides that worked with her, assigned them to work with Meghan to make sure that Meghan knew the ropes. Meghan had a ton of help. She lied about it, but she had a ton of help. Okay? So Her Majesty the Queen has literally broken her dating protocol for Meghan and Harry, allowed Meghan and her mother to attend a Christmas service before they were married. The future King of England walks her down the aisle. Okay? She gives her personal assistants to make sure that Meghan has the right training on royal protocol. And what does Meghan do? Turns around and gives her the middle finger on national television. F you, Granny. We got a Netflix deal. I mean, just the gall of these two. The fact that the Queen and the royal family has bent over backwards for them, and the way that they've treated the royal family and turned it around to where people think they're the victims. Again, Her Majesty made a grave mistake. Meghan was not the right choice to marry into that family. She was everything you were trying to avoid. They've only been married 4 years, guys. That is, my mind can't get around it, how much damage they've done. Well, basically in 2 years. But it's ridiculous the amount of special treatment that Her Majesty the Queen especially and the other members of the royal family have extended to Meghan, and she squashed all over them. It's so sad, and people still think she's a victim. I'm like, she is no victim. She lied to them, and she tricked them, and she had an ulterior motive the entire time. She is the Hollywood Duchess, as seen on TV, but not in real life. That's Meghan. So what do you guys think about Her Majesty's grave mistake and the special treatment, unfortunately, that she gave to Harry and Meghan? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. And please be sure to stay tuned for the RDT Family Extras. Hello and welcome to the RDT Family Extras. So if you're not aware, I also do a lot of positive royal family content, and I most recently released my Royal Bride series. The very first episode, called Royal Engagement Rings, dropped a couple of days ago. So if you're interested, I will have the link for you below. But the second episode in the Royal Bride series will be dropping on Saturday, so make sure you take a look at that. I also have an Amazon storefront for those of you who are new. I will have a link for you down below. This is where I cultivate a lot of fun items. There are some royal replicas and just fun things I think you will enjoy. Thank y'all to the people who have shopped my store. I do have quite a few orders in there, and I do see some people had ordered some stuff from the Platinum Jubilee collection. I myself am literally going to buy half the things in there. Being in America, you know, it's very expensive to ship things from the UK, and the official site for the memorabilia to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee has been sold out. Like, you can't buy anything. So I cultivated quite a few affordable things that are available on Amazon that ship worldwide. I noticed some people bought some t-shirts out of there. I'm going to buy the t-shirts, and I want to get the collective coin of Her Majesty. I think you can buy them in several different places, and I definitely want to get a throw blanket that has the Union Jack. So I'm going to have the American flag and then one that has the Union Jack, and just lay them on my sofa. Now, someone sent me a video of some earrings that she received, so it looks lovely. I'll play it for you here. So I always love to see what you guys purchase. So if you purchase something from my store, please send me an email at royaldailytea@gmail.com and let me know, because I would love to share it with everyone. I love sharing the photos with everyone. I don't have any new blogs right now, but I will update them pretty soon. I've just been very busy. I've definitely been spoiling y'all with some content, trying to keep up with everyone. So I will definitely work on the blogs soon. But anyways, if you guys have suggestions for blogs, or if you have any items that you think I should add to my storefront, send me an email or leave me a comment down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel, and have an awesome and amazing day. Bye, guys.